Welcome to this video on reducing fractions to their simplest form. Today we're going to learn how to reduce a fraction such as 4 over 12 to its simplest form. At the moment 4 over 12 is a perfectly nice fraction. We've got a numerator, we've got a denominator. The numerator is smaller than the denominator, which is what we would like. But we can actually make this a lot simpler. We can write this out in a lot simpler way with smaller numbers. I'm going to show you how to do that. The first thing to do is to notice that 4 and 12 are both in the 2 times tables. So without changing 4 and 12, we can just rewrite them. We can rewrite 4 as 2 times 2, and we can rewrite 12 as 2 times 6. Now we haven't changed anything here. 4 is equal to 2 times 2, so we've just written it out in a slightly different way. And 12, our denominator, is equal to 2 times 6. So nothing has changed whatsoever. Now the next step is to cancel common factors. We've written out 4 in terms of its factors, 2 and 2, and we've written out 12 in terms of some factors, 2 and 6. And we can cancel common factors. So if these two numbers share a factor, and here they do, they share 2's, we can cancel those 2 factors. Now this is almost exactly the same, or in fact it is exactly the same, as dividing the numerator and the denominator by 2. Because what we're left with is just 2 over 6. We've essentially divided our numerator by 2 to give us 2, and our denominator has been divided by 2 to give us 6. So 4 over 12 is equal to 2 over 6. Now we haven't quite finished because we can notice that 2 and 6 are both in the 2 times tables, so we can write them out again. 2 is equal to 2 times 1, and 6 is equal to 2 times 3. We can now cancel common factors again. Again, it happens that the common factor is 2. It wouldn't always be the case. We cannot cancel 1 and 3 because they're not the same number. And what we do to the numerator, we must do to the denominator. So I'm going to cancel these two 2's. And that leaves me with 1 over 3. So our 4 over 12 is equal to 1 over 3. We've now written it out in a much simpler form. This turns out to be the simplest form we can write it in. And we can check that. 1 over 3, well, the only times table that 1 and 3 are both in is the 1 times table. 1 is equal to 1 times 1, and 3 is equal to 1 times 3. Now, doing the same thing again, if we cancelled the 1's, we just get left with 1 over 3. So we can't actually make it any simpler. Our process won't let us make it any simpler. So we know that we found the simplest form. 4 over 12ths, written in its simplest form, is 1 over 3. Now there is a quick way of doing this. We could have spotted that 4 over 12 could be written slightly differently. 4 and 12, as well as being in the 2 times tables, are in the 4 times tables. So we could have written it out as 4 times 1 divided by 4 times 3. Same process again. We cancel our common factor, which here is 4, and we just get left with 1 over 3. So if you can spot that they're in the 4 times tables, instead of spotting they're in the 2 times tables, you're actually going to save yourself a step there. But you do get to exactly the same answer. I hope that helps. Good luck.